Hey everybody, this is Sabrina. Welcome back. I'm glad that you're here. I'm going to be doing another Project Life 2020 in my storyline chapters. And you guys are really motivating me to keep going with this project, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed the last video, so thank you. This week is week 25 and 26. I wound up breaking it up into a few photos for the week on the left and then some weekend stories on the right. And I'm using Digital Studio Calico to bring this all together very, very quick. I took a journaling card, shrunk it down, and put a digital stamp that says, "Do more of what makes you happy," for one card, and then just a black pattern for the other journaling card. I didn't have a lot of photos, as you can see. There is one hysterical photo of my husband with his custom tie-dye shirt from the kids that wound up looking like some sort of brassiere for a mermaid or something. But he was such a good sport wearing it for Father's Day. And the insert I stuck with the same colors, obviously, blue and black, and use some digital pieces from Studio Calico, like the favorites journaling card. The big blue swatch up at the top is extracted from a journaling card, and then the recorded is a digital stamp. Adding in some physical stamping, because I can't resist. Just a few little hearts. Epic, I stamped down by favorite, and the little things up by recorded. And that's it. That one's done. So I will move on to the weekend portion. And again, I just wrote out all my journaling and printed it out to make it very simple. I did do something really fun with one of the journaling cards. It said "so much fun," and it had these square shapes on it. So I extracted those in Photoshop Elements and carried it up the side to make a fun little custom pattern, and also did it above weekend stories. You can see I just cut a strip off of weekend stories because it was kind of scrunching. Is that the word? It was kind of getting smushed when you turned it, and it was not turning smoothly. So I just trimmed off a piece of it. Adding in the photos in a collage style of our weekend, and I have two pieces from journaling cards that I am going to put down. I just showed you my photo. My son is standing next to my daughter, but somehow when it printed, I don't know what on it, a door or something. I have no idea, but I will fix that later on. It probably just got a layer that shouldn't have been there, so it printed all weird. But I have, these are the days, and the best thing about today, those are from journaling cards. Gonna add a little bit of stamping with an asterisk all over the place, and that will finish up this spread. This was obviously Father's Day weekend, and we went to the bookstore to get the kids some books. It was actually, it feels like I'm pretty sure that it was our first real big outing during the whole upside down life. So it was very exciting to go out and get some books. All right, this is week 26, and I will be using Stories by the Month, June again. This time I will pull just the orange and the pink from the kit. Last time I stuck with all the colors. I did a really fun insert by extending the Let's Do Summer card, and I put that at the bottom. Well, actually, I think it's just one of the cards. Took another card and extended it to the top, and it said, "And then I realized adventure was the best way to learn." So that's a journaling card, and that made a great block up at the top, and I was just going to journal all the stories. It was actually a week that my kids were at camp, and so I actually wound up with not a lot of stories. So I wound up taking a flower photo that I took on a bike ride and putting that at the bottom of my journaling underneath. So I really like that. And then the big photo is, of course, my kids heading off to camp. They were so excited to be able to still do that, even though it was a little bit different, smaller groups, no pool days, and the daily check-ins and temperature checks. But they were so excited, and I was excited to get a little break, so that was nice. So I decided to do a giant flip out, fold out for some fireworks photos down at the bottom left corner. I took out most of me wrestling with this and trying to figure it out. I just don't think my brain works this way to figure out complicated flips, but I hope you'll bear with me and maybe have a good laugh at my expense as I'm trying to figure out how to put together this flip and fold out to hold all of the photos of my people. Up at the top right corner, I put unplanned moments are great, and I also made a white circle and stamped, well, I didn't make the white circle, but I put on the white circle some stamped phrases, moments, and around here. And I did that on the other side for bring on the summer fun. So I just made 2 of my own circles. Adding in a photo of my husband and I and our bike ride, and just a photo of us on the route. Same thing up in the top left with the bees, and then underneath is my legs as I'm riding the bike. Okay, so here I am trying to wrestle this, fireworks photo and trying to figure out how do I fold it and how can I include 3 photos. I wound up putting it together and then realizing that if I left the photo of my daughter where it was at, that photo was going to have to be glued down. That way it could all be adhered. And I wound up thinking to myself, how am I going to get this to stick down? And I couldn't find the right paper. You can see that this is scratch paper that I normally use to cover up stuff. It's not the paper that I want to use, because then I'll have to double cover it up if I need the white space, which is what happened. So I took off my daughter's photo, and I'm just going to tuck it underneath my son's photo, and then I will have to stamp something or add, something else to the top of it. You'll see in a second. So I put my daughter's photo and then folded it down on top of my son's photo. And this is where the scratch paper was kind of annoying. So I grabbed a white piece of cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and add that. And later on, I will add something. I was so tired of wrestling with this. I just wanted to move on. So I added the white cardstock, and now I have the flip up complete. Wrestled it through, got it figured out. I did add a little foam to bring on the summer fun. Don't normally add a lot of dimension to storyline chapters because it just gets thick all by itself. I die cut the title Adventure 3 times. That way I could give a little bit of dimension to that as well. And I will also put Summer Bucket List underneath the journaling card. And for the photos of my husband and kids with the fireworks, I put Weekend Memories. And so it's kind of like a tab. So it came together really well overall, and I'm really happy with the design, and I'm excited to have some more pages done. Adding in the correct photo, so funny. Okay, so the pages are all finished, and now I have June of 2020 all completed. So you saw this one come together using Digital Studio Calico. I even remembered to include the date and just added a little bit of stamping. You flip it, and this is the weekend stories. I fixed the picture. It's the correct one now. And then next week, I will show you this one. I just have to get the right photo, and it turned out to be a really longer process video. So I will go ahead and share that next week on Wednesday for the Everyday Explorers project. And then the next one that you saw was this one with the Allie Edwards Stories by the Month June kit, and focusing more on the pinks and the oranges. And you flip it up and you have all the journaling. So I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing these pages come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.